why is it important for you to continue training?
For me, it's important for not only my health now, but I'm really big in prevention. So I realize the things I'm doing now and the way I'm training now will overall impact my health in the future. So by training, I'm not only having confidence in myself and how I look and how I'm feeling, but I know I'm also doing good for myself in the future.
Nice. Yeah, I love that. You're very proactive.
Thanks.
Okay, so now that you've been training with us for a short period of time, have your priorities shifted at all from before with training?
I think so. Before, I was very much so focused on my aesthetic goals, and I still have aesthetic goals that I'm reaching with you guys, but now I'm really putting mobility at the forefront of it and functionality. And by doing that, I've noticed I've actually gotten aesthetic improvements a lot faster than I
Yeah,
have in the past.
that's awesome. I really like that you can accomplish both. And I would imagine it feels more empowering because now you have the knowledge to do it
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly.
So then what is important to you now?
I think now it's again feeling confident in my body and feeling confident in the gym. Beforehand, I put a lot of pressure on again on looks, but that ultimately led to me not feeling great in the gym, whether it be injuries or sore all the time or just not motivated to even do things that are good for me activity wise. But now I'm just really excited that I'm just feeling this confidence and excited to again be in the gym, be active and have that a part of my life. And this is when I'm busiest with work and social. So the fact I'm able to have everything at the same time has been really great.
Yeah, you have been really doing amazing. I know you said that at the
Thanks.
beginning it was might be challenging because it is insanely busy for you right now, but you've been able to do everything.
Thanks. No, I'm like, hey, if I can keep things going, things are just honestly so busy, which I like being busy, but I'm like, okay, it's going to be sustainable then when things chill out a bit.
Yeah, it'll be way easier. Yeah. Um, okay, so and why is that important to you now? Like the consistency and um, basically what you already just stated.
I think it's important because I think if I can have habits now, again, it goes back to having them in the future. My mom always tells me never lose sight of like being active because now it's harder for her at her age to get back into the routine she once was versus versus if it's already a habit in myself, then I have the the discipline to do it, even if I don't have the motivation at times. It's just part of my routine that makes me feel the best version of myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Okay, and then what do you think the three most valuable ways that we've been able to support you so far on your journey? And just three.
Um, I think the accountability for me is great. Because at times there's things that I know I should be doing, whether it's for my health or mobility, but again, being busy, I just might put it off.
Okay.
But messaging you every day and like also not wanting to disappoint you and the team, it forces me to be like, no, you have 20 minutes, you can get this done, you can send it in. Or I think the nutrition, again, I think I know a lot of the things, but it's just that conscious effort of, okay, here are some of the optimal targets to reach. Here's a better choice to make to help fit into those targets without being restrictive in any way. I gotta pick only one more. It's also just nice having like a social kind of that community aspect of things too with fitness. It can be kind of lonely going to the gym by yourself or if other people aren't focused on the same goal. So having that community is nice.
I love that. So biggest ones again, you said accountability, community, and then basically someone to like share and know that we're looking out for you and have your best interests. Don't worry, we're not
Yeah.
going to be uh, mean about it, but yeah, you've been killing it with like every single day sending in your nutrition. You're pretty much hitting it like 99%, which is like way higher than we expect for anybody. So that's amazing. And the
Thanks. I'm
workouts, the
trying.
detailed comments on the workouts is amazing too, because that helps us program from week to week. So I really
Great.
like that. Okay, you can give me one more then. So all those were good.
I think how customized it is. Again, I've worked with a coach in the past and that was my only experience. So I thought it was great, but now I can really see of like, oh, this is like something that's meant for, again, my mobility or nutrition that works for me and my goals, not just like a cookie cutter number. And I really noticed a difference. So that's been great having it so customized.
Awesome. I'm glad that you can feel that and notice it. Like, again, from the very first time you sent in posture photos till like every single week, there's been huge improvements. So it just shows that if you just put some consistency in, and it hasn't been massive amount of time, like it has been time, but
Yeah.
like every single week there's improvements, which is amazing.
Yeah. And I've noticed it even just like being at work, or like I'm working from home today, but I have a fairly long commute. And just like as I'm sitting in the car, like how I'm feeling, or just how I'm like aware of my body differently.
Yeah, that is really good. I love it. Okay, so knowing the ways that we support you now, if we were to take away just one of the three elements, how would that impact you?
Negatively. it, I'm trying to think, because I think it's been in a way where like I'd be able to maintain it for sure. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to answer this well. I like having all of the aspects of it. I think it's a really holistic approach. And I think having one helps the other as well. Like having the nutrition check-ins then helps me stay accountable for my mobility and doing the comments and whatnot.
Yeah, I like that. Don't worry, we're not taking anything away.
Okay.
Just checking. Okay. And then what do you think your priorities are for the upcoming 6 weeks for yourself?
I think my priorities are to continue optimizing posture and really just having that be my natural way of moving and standing as much as possible. And then I think just like continue nailing it on nutrition. If my macros change, just like really being able to adjust and go with that to then make progress with functionality, but then aesthetically too.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Absolutely. And you'll crush it. I know you will. So you
Thanks.
already have been, because it's been like it's been a month or less than a month.
I think, yeah, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. And yeah, you're just crushing it. So in the last 3 or 4 weeks, what do you think is the most area you're proud of for yourself?
I think just like movement, like I the last few months, I think my relationship with the gym and working out has been quite negative just because I was always having so much pain and I felt quite stuck of then not going to the gym, so then not seeing progress and then just kind of getting in a bad mindset of like fitness in general. So the fact that like we've been kind of able to go back to square one and fix those things has been huge for me of like actually enjoying getting up early to go to the gym again versus like dreading it because I knew I would just be in pain the whole day and didn't really see the point.
Yeah. Yeah, that I would say for sure that's a massive one. Nobody
Hmm.
likes getting up early. I mean, it's very rare that people like getting
Yeah.
up early, and especially yeah, if there's pain associated with anything and you have to continue that pain all day long. Yeah, I would imagine that wouldn't be fun.
Yeah,
And
no.
that's probably why you're like, I'll do it at the end of the day. And then I imagine before at the end of the day, sometimes it might not happen then, right? You're like,
Yeah, you get busy with life.
yeah. Okay. And then what was the biggest struggle in the last 3 or 4 weeks?
Uh, I think just finding kind of a new schedule. Like I said, things have been really busy outside of the gym and fitness. So just finding a new routine of like, or shifting some priorities to making sure that I'm putting health and getting everything done in the day. But it's been relatively easy to do that too.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, you've mastered it. I didn't see any problems in the calendar anytime. It always seemed to work. So you did a good job.
Thanks.
Okay. And then for the upcoming 6 weeks, what do you feel you want the most support with from us?
Um, I don't know if things like differently, like again, like I really like that it's a holistic approach of like not just like nutrition, but also like checking in of like, how's your sleep? How's like mentally,
Yeah.
like looking at the comments on the workouts. Um, I'd say maybe focusing on nutrition. I don't know if my macros will change or if it will change soon, but I think when that happens, I'll need more support of like, okay, like how are you doing on this? Do we need to make adjustments so that you're consistent with them? That's the only thing I like foresee.
Okay. Yeah. They will change in the future too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's the hardest one that many people say is managing the protein intake. But you've been hitting that again perfectly. So again, we'll support you if it comes to that you need help with that. But so far, everything's
Okay.
been great. Okay, so one last question. I know when we first talked over the phone, you're
Mhm.
probably thinking, oh, I just want to reach out to these guys, possibly hire them if they're a right fit. And I probably said to you, we don't just take anybody and here's an application and stuff. Were you like, what the heck? Like, what were your thoughts on?
I was surprised, but that made me more like excited and wanting to work with you guys because it was very clear of like, no, we need to be the right match. So this actually works and it's a real sustainable thing in your life versus you just being excited to have another client to like have that source of income or another person to give out like a pre-made plan to versus for you it's going to be a lot of work on your end as well. We want to make sure it's a right fit.
Yeah,
So that made me excited.
yeah, and yeah. So I'm always curious about that because some people might get offended. So I don't mean to offend anybody.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I think it's a really smart thing to have.
Yeah. Well, again, look at the relationship we have already. You're just hitting everything. If I didn't test you out and put you through the week of being like, hey, do this, maybe then we'll be a client or a team together. Yeah, because I don't want to just take people's money. Like, I want you to get results. That's
Yeah,
the reason I'm in this
totally.
industry. So